What is an appointment funnel? That's what we're going to be talking about today. What it is, really just breaking down the entire appointment funnel and how you can start using different types of appointment funnels to start getting more appointments, more people booking meetings, consultations, any of those things with you. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to welcome you to a new live series that we're going to be doing every Thursday, which is our Fix My Funnel. Now, the idea behind this is sales funnels and understanding sales processes, especially when it comes to online, offline, any of that stuff, is very important. Because if you don't understand your sales process, you don't understand how to bring in a customer, what that journey is going to look like, it's going to become very difficult for you to continuously be successful, sustainable, any of that. So the big thing that I want to do in this first live episode is really break down an appointment funnel. And the reason for that is because some of you know that we obviously run a marketing and advertising agency, which is Scary Good Marketing. And I come from a background of film production, and I know some of the people that follow our channel also come from creative backgrounds and service backgrounds, whether that's real estate, like I said, video production, graphic design, any of that stuff. And having a service-based business, you're really looking to get appointments. And like I said, the appointment funnel is honestly referred to as a lot of different names. So some of the common names for it is an appointment funnel, a booking funnel, a consultation funnel, really anything that has to do with getting people to either get on a phone call with you or book a meeting with you to get on Zoom, like I said, phone call, whatever it is. So that's what this funnel really is going to be about. And like I said, we're going to be breaking it down. Now, we have also created what we are calling our funnel fast track. Now, this is a PDF guide. It's 100% free for you to go and download. And we have really gone and mapped out and broken up 18 different kinds of funnels, and these range for pretty much anybody in any industry. And we've gone through and we've broken them down and given you the pros and cons of each funnel. So if you'd like to get more funnels, more ideas, you can go and check the link in the description where you can go and download that for free. So really the big thing that I want to do is let's just go ahead and start mapping out the funnel, actually showing you every single piece along the way. And as we go, I'm going to start building on the initial funnel and making it a little bit more complicated and giving you the time frame of when you should be adding these steps into that funnel. So let's go ahead, and I am going to jump on over here to one of the tools that we use to help us map out funnels. Now, there's a whole bunch of tools out there like this. Like I said, we use this primarily in our agency because we design a lot of sales processes, funnels, that kind of stuff. And it just gives us a good way to work off of things. So this is going to be our appointment funnel. Now, the one thing you need to keep in mind is where are you starting with this entire funnel? Now, if you are just starting out and you are looking to just get appointments, you want to have the bare minimum steps so that you can go and test your offer. And you need to get people on the phones, you need to get people in your sales process. And then as time goes on and you start putting more marketing dollars into this funnel and you start honing it, refining it, you'll be able to add more steps. So let's just go ahead and start with what the basic appointment funnel looks like. So normally what your appointment funnel is going to start with is going to be, more than likely, if you're running this, you're going to have just your website. So this right here is just going to be your generic website here. Now, this is not always the best way to do it, but like I said, we're starting from the very, very beginning here. So you have your website and you have all the other traffic. Now, I'm not going to list out all the different traffic sources because like I said, there's a lot out there, but just know that people are coming to your website. And then normally what happens is they have, let's see, where is it? Right here, they have a contact form that people go to, and I'm going to change this to contact us. And on this contact form, you have things that are your, normally you're asking for a name, an email, what kind of services they're looking to hire you for, essentially your basic contact form. And then after that, people hope that they can get on a meeting. And then somebody is going to buy from you. So this is probably the most basic version of the appointment funnel and the one that pretty much everybody starts with. But the problem with that is if this is how everybody is doing it, then you're going to get the exact same results as everybody else. And to be honest, this is not the best way to set up your appointment funnel. Now, like I said, if this is where you're starting with, that's okay. I want to go and show you how we actually go and start tweaking this and making it better. Now, of course, you can always have the contact form on your website, but the way that we position this needs to be a bit better, right? And that's where it comes down to your offer. Now, you'll probably hear me refer to offer a lot. Your offer is probably one of the most important things that you need to be working on in your business, because that's what's going to get people to actually take action and start moving through your entire funnel, right? And essentially your funnel is just the steps that they need to take till they become a customer, right? So this right here, this is the entire funnel. Now, if we want to get a little bit more advanced, what I'm going to do is let's build it down here. So what I am going to do is we're going to put it right here. So this opt-in. Now what this opt-in has to, sorry, phone is always so crazy. Okay, so what we need to do is realize that you can have your website and then you want to have an opt-in. So for this, let's just say that, of course, we are going to keep our website. And on your website, we want to have an opt-in. And the difference between the opt-in and the contact form is the opt-in is something that's a little bit more exciting, right? This could be a lead magnet. This could be, something that's going to help them achieve or solve a quick win for that customer. Like I said, a lot of times this can be a consultation, a 15-minute strategy call, it can be any of those things. So that's really what it is. And the objective of your opt-in is to really get people on an email list, because one of the biggest key things to actually getting people to show up to your meetings and to actually get them to buy from you a lot easier is really going to boil down to your email sequence that you have. And the problem is right now, most people, let me bring this down. If you're running this type of basic appointment funnel, What happens is somebody fills out this contact form, and then you look at it, and maybe you have an email that automatically gets sent that says, hey, thanks so much, we received your request and we'll get back to you in 24 hours, or we'll get back to you in 48 hours. Those are huge missed opportunities, because essentially all you're doing is you're giving a very generic answer, and you're not continuously educating the buyer. You're not positioning yourself as the company they should go with. So the big thing here is, like I said, we really need to spend time understanding the email portion behind it. Because without that, like I said, that's why you'll have people that ghost you whenever it comes to getting on a meeting, or they never show up, or they show up to the meeting and then you have to do a lot of negotiation with price, or they ask for a proposal and then you send over the proposal and then you never hear from them again. That's why all those things happen, is because your follow-up is not really good. And whenever you have this, and like I said, we consistently go through and we tweak our emails and our agency. But the thing is it's crazy, because once you have those email sequences, people will get on the meeting and they're pretty much ready to buy from you, and you haven't even talked to them. And it all comes down to those emails and the way that this sales funnel goes. So let's go ahead and keep building out. I just had to talk about that because, like I said, it is really, really important. So normally what happens is, like I said, we want to make sure that we're getting them on an email list, right? And the reason you want to do this, and like I said, this is the basic funnel, is at the beginning, we just are going to ask for a name and an email. Sometimes you may just ask for an email to get that little opt-in. The other thing is, this could also just be your contact form, but you want to make sure that your contact form is maybe in 2 steps. The first step is just name and email. That way, if they don't fill out the rest of the contact form, you still have them on a list that you can start nurturing them as they go along. For us, we like giving something away. So that's the big thing there. Now with that, once we've gotten their name and email, what we like to do then is send them to the actual rest of the contact form. And this could be, like I said, the simple little questionnaire. This can be any of that, just so that you have the information, right? So I'm just going to put contact. If I could spell, that would be fantastic. There we go. That's still not right. I don't know why it does not like any of those things. Maybe that will work. Okay. Software always being crazy. Okay. So then we send them to the contact form. Now, once they do that, then it is the same exact thing. We have these emails that are going to consistently go out. And normally the way that we like to do this is this first email needs to go out immediately, right? As soon as they fill out the stuff, it needs to go out, and it needs to introduce who you are, what essentially they're kind of getting into, and just giving a overall of what's going to happen next, right? That's what you want to do. The second email, we want to make sure that this goes out 24 hours after the first email. And all we're going to do is we are going to continue to send out emails. And it does not matter how long it takes for you to get back to them. Even if you get back to them and it's within 24 hours, you want to have these emails consistently go out. And that's if you are manually going through, looking at their stuff and doing a manual outreach, right? And essentially what we recommend is that you figure out a time with them to meet. Because just because they fill out your contact form and maybe you have like, what kind of project are you looking for, right? For example, if they're like, hey, I want to build a website, or hey, I want to get a brand commercial, or I want to get a new logo, or I want to sell my house, I want whatever it is. The big thing is you want to actually get a meeting with them to talk about what it is they actually want. Because sometimes clients don't actually know what they need or what's actually going to help them. So you need to schedule a meeting with them, and then you meet with them. And then if it makes sense and they are a good fit and you can help them, then they are going to buy from you. So this is, like I said, the next step up from just the contact form, right? And these emails, ideally, I would say you want to have at least 3 emails go out. And then whenever you schedule the meeting with them, you want to make sure that you are sending them email reminders. And what I would do is, whether you're a one-man band or if you have a VA, you have an assistant, anything, you want to make sure that you're calling that person a day before your actual meeting and confirming the time and making sure that it is still a good time to actually meet with them. This is just going to help cut down on the amount of times people are going to reschedule. And if somebody has to reschedule, you're less likely to not have those no-shows. So you just want to make sure that you are being as clear up front and doing everything you can with them. So that's the big thing. So now let's go and let me show you the best way to go about actually funneling people in as an appointment. So the best thing that you can do is to actually just have your opt-in. And then what we want to do is take this one, take this one, take this one. So I'm going to throw all these out here really quick. And so when you start building everything out, the best thing you can do is this process right here. So you want to have, this is sales video, but this is a landing page. So you want to have just a landing page that, like I said, if somebody clicks on your website, it goes just to a page that does not allow them to do anything else other than, like I said, if you're comfortable on video, video converts way better than anything else when it comes to landing pages. So if you're comfortable doing a video, I would highly suggest doing a video talking about what the actual meeting, what it is that they're going to get out of it, why they should schedule, and essentially you are selling them on why they should meet with you and what they are going to get out of it. And that's really the big thing, is what are they going to get out of this meeting? So like I said, and you can drive traffic, so you can have a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, YouTube ad go straight to this video sales page or your landing page. And then what they're going to do is the same thing. They're going to opt in. And then here we may have an application. And this application essentially is just going to give us a little bit more info about them and just stuff that's going to help us in the meeting. And then what we want to do is we want to send them directly to a calendar so that they can book a time that works best for them, right? This is helpful because, like I said, essentially we're bypassing any of the stuff of you contacting and reaching out to them. They have the opportunity to go and just schedule the time. So highly recommend that. Now, there's a lot of different booking apps and softwares and all kinds of stuff out there. We use a company called Book Like a Boss. We have done a video here on the channel talking about them. They're the one that we really like. They just have a lot of great features. So check them out. But like I said, there's all kinds of different brands and companies and all kinds of different stuff that you can use to have your calendar set up. Now, with this, like I said, the big key thing here is still our email, right? So once they opt in, we want to make sure that we continue down and continuously send them emails. And like I said, all these emails really need to be is selling the different things that you offer, right? They need to continuously educate the person. So while they're waiting for the meeting, even after they get out of the meeting, if maybe they thought it wasn't a good fit, these emails continuously go out there and just share as much value as possible, help give that potential customer and client clarity on exactly what it is you do and how it can help them. And like I said, these email sequences, you can have them as long as you want. Like I said, ours, I think we're getting up to about 30 days worth of emails, just kind of consistently going out, educating them on what it is that we kind of do. So like I said, don't worry about it, because once you set all this up, you automate it, you'd never have to worry about it again. The only thing that you'd have to do is update it, make tweaks, changes, and continuously refine on it. So like I said, this could be as many as you would like. My recommendation is that you have at least 3 emails that really go out and sell and educate people and your potential customers on exactly what it is that you're doing. Now, the other big thing that you can do, let me actually move these down here. And this is for anyone that's a little bit more advanced. What you can actually do in here, and like I said, we're continuously upping the advanced part here. What you can actually do is you can, where is it? This one? In here, can never remember where all these little icons are. Here we go. Based on the application, and once you have started to get a lot more customers in the door and you feel like you have a lot more appointments happening, the thing is you want to continuously add more layers to make it a little bit more difficult for people to actually qualify to get on the phone with you. Like I said at the beginning, you want to make it as easy as possible. As easy as possible. And I'll show you the simple one that's really good, better than this one, a little bit better than this one. But this is the high level one here. So what you can do here is I usually just put NQ, and that means not qualified. So if somebody is not qualified, let's see, let me move these down here, meaning that for whatever reason, we deem that this potential client is not qualified. It could be based on budget. It could be based on whatever is in this application. We can just send them straight to the thank you page. And they don't have an opportunity to schedule a call with us. And I'm just going to put Q for qualified. And if they are qualified, then they can book a call. And like I said, these are all things that you can do in email marketing, in the applications that you have, and the forms. A lot of form builders allow you to have conditional logic. So based on the way that people answer these questions, you can either say that they're qualified or not qualified. And then they can go straight to the thank you page and call it good. And then, of course, anybody that's not qualified, we could go and we can start sending those people different emails, a whole different campaign in itself. And we can also, let's say that we're using something like a pinch product, or we're using downsells. Maybe we have something else that's a better fit for them than maybe the service that we do, right? Maybe we do a consultation with them. Maybe we refer them to somebody else in our network that can help them. Any of those things. So that's the great thing is once you start having your not qualified leads and your qualified leads, you can start showing them different things, different emails, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, you start building out that segmentation. Now, if I was to go and we were to sit down and do some consulting work, we were to do any of that stuff, and you said, Tim, I want you to build me an appointment funnel that I can go out and start building to help me get customers in the door, what would that look like? So this is exactly what I would do when you are starting out, or even if you've been doing it for a little while, but your lead consistency isn't that high, you don't have a lot of appointments coming in, you kind of have a few here and there, and you feel like you're doing relatively well, but you want to really just be able to capitalize and increase maybe your conversion rate on the people coming in. So mainly the big thing is, I'm just going to say we'll have your website, because I think that your website is still going to be a big part in this. But what we want is, where is it? I want this one. Let me just drag all the things out. Oh, that one. This one. This one. All right. So let's just say, for the sake of things, we have your website. Right now, I don't recommend that you drive just traffic directly to your website, but let's say that you have some organic stuff, you have some SEO stuff going on, you have all of that. Initially, what I would say is you want to have people go directly to the opt-in, where they can book the time, and sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. You want to have the opt-in will get their initial name and email, and this is, they know that they are going to get on a meeting with you. So I would essentially get rid of your contact form completely, and I would change it and undo it this way. Then what I would also do is I would have a pop-up, and this pop-up is whenever they go to exit your website. So you probably have seen these before, and we actually just did a video here on the channel talking about ConvertBox, and ConvertBox allows you to do this. And this is why I would really, really highly recommend a tool like ConvertBox. Helps with your conversion rate optimization on your website. But essentially what I would do is, let me change this to red. So if somebody's on your website and they get ready to click off, or there's inactivity, I would have a pop-up with this little opt-in inviting them to book a time for you to get on, like I said, a meeting, a discovery call, whatever it is. Obviously, you need to make it a good offer. Just telling somebody a strategy call or any of that stuff isn't always as exciting. So you really want to craft the offer in a way that it's something they want and it's benefit driven. What is the benefit to them, right? A strategy session is not a benefit to anybody. I know some people may think that is, but it's not. Like, tell them what the outcome is and call it that, right? Like I said, offers are just huge. So that's how I would do it. The same thing as if we were running traffic, let's just say like a Facebook ad, I would have it go right to this opt-in. I would bypass the website altogether. Then once they opt in, then I would show them the calendar. And then what I would do is, actually, we actually don't need this thank you page. Then once they opt in and they fill out the time on their calendar, then I would redirect them to what would normally be a thank you page. But on that thank you page, right here, we see that it's a video, a sales video. Essentially what this sales video is the next steps. And like I said, if I can type, that would be great. Next steps. And essentially what this is it's a video just letting them know, hey, thank you so much for booking a time with us. Here's all the things that's going to happen when we get on our session. Here are the things to expect. Here's what you should do when we get on the session, all that kind of stuff, and just educate them on what's going to happen and really the benefits behind why they really need to get on the session. The other thing that we normally put in the video, or like I said, if you're not comfortable on video, you can just have a page that talks about this. Normally we tell them, hey, you know, in the next 5 minutes, you should be getting a confirmation email that's going to have a calendar invite where you can go and essentially put the time in your calendar so that you don't forget about it, and let them know that, right? Like I said, clarity is key when it comes to this. So then the same thing, we're going to have our email sequence, and we have created a sequence, and if you actually go back in a few of our videos, we actually have a appointment email sequence that you can actually get, which is our 3-part email sequence. So if you want that, you're going to have to go and look for it in some of our past videos. But you can pick it up. Like I said, it's pretty much written for you. You just got to copy it, paste it in there, tweak it. But the great thing is the way that we set it up is it's actually a framework, so you can keep writing as many emails as you want. So then what we do, we have the meeting, right? So then they show up to the meeting, and then if they are a good fit, where are my, here we go, then they purchase. Now, this is probably the thing that you want to have set up. And the reason I say this is because it's very low friction. And you, at the beginning, you have to have low friction, but you have to make sure that you are positioning yourself the right way. You have to make sure that you're nurturing those leads that come in, because 99% of the time, and I know that even us as a business, when we go out and we are looking to work with another vendor, we're looking to work with somebody, we fill out the contact form. Sometimes we don't even get an email back and nothing happens, right? And that's very frustrating. Or the other thing is we fill out a contact form and then we don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know, are you going to call me? Are you going to send me an email? Are you going to do this, that, whatever? And we tend to forget about it, right? Or if that happens, pretty much I just go to the next person, and the person that ultimately maybe contacts me first is the person that I'm going to go with. So this is putting you in a really good position, because you have those automated emails that are going out and selling people and selling these people that are interested in what you have to offer. And it's doing all of that selling for you. And that's why I said this email sequence is really, really nice, because it does the heavy lifting for you, right? If you are in your client meetings, any of that stuff, and you have those reoccurring common objections, any of that stuff, you can put those in those emails. So by the time you actually get on the call with them, you have the meeting with them, they've already heard, seen any of that stuff, and they have a lot less objections. And like I said, that's really how, when sometimes we get on a meeting, people are just ready to hire us, and we don't really have to do a lot of selling. We don't have to do a lot of any of that stuff, right? Because these emails have kind of gone out and done it for us. And then the same thing, the calendar is nice because it automatically is updated, all of that stuff. And then, like I said, the sales video here at the end really just helps drive that home that, hey, this is exactly what is going to happen. Here are the things. And the other thing that you can do here, which, like I said, is maybe a little more advanced, but you can go and essentially sell them right there, right? You can send them straight to an order page for something that you have. Now, this is going to be very dependent on what kind of business you're running. Like for us, we couldn't necessarily do this because marketing and advertising and everything is not always a one size fits all. But if you have something, right, like let's say that you are a headshot photographer and somebody's wanting to schedule a time, do all that kind of stuff and whatever, and let's say that you have predetermined packages or whatever it is, right? However you're running your business, if you have that, you can probably go to the sales video and say, hey, you know, we've had so many people reaching out to us to do this kind of stuff that our calendar is getting really, really full. So if you're ready to just schedule and get your headshots ready to go, here is the form that you can go pick the best date and time, and here's the price. And here's where you can go to book and schedule and pay for your headshots right off the bat, right? And that's just what it is, right? And you can just send them right there. Now, like I said, this is not for every business. It doesn't work for everyone, but this right here is probably the best way for you to help streamline that sales funnel and really help you get those appointments. Because like I said, all we're trying to do is give as much clarity and really let our entire sales funnel do the heavy lifting of the sales for us. Now, like I said, the big thing with that is going to be these emails and this video that's here at the end. And with that, I would also just have this little exit pop. Make sure that you're getting people to opt in, get them to take action on actually contacting you. Because a lot of times, like I said, they may not see exactly what they're looking for. And that little opt-in can say, hey, couldn't find what you were looking for. Let's schedule a 15-minute call, or, you know, let's jump on a quick 15-minute, you know, Zoom call, and let's have a chat to see if we would be able to help you. That's all it's really doing. And you're just making that invitation to talk with you. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this makes sense. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Like I said, we have also broken down 18 different kinds of funnels, and like I said, all kinds of different industries that you can use them in. And there really isn't, I believe, one funnel just for everything. And you can have maybe a few different funnels depending on what you're trying to do, how you're trying to do it. And like I said, if you'd like to kind of get an idea of the other kind of funnels that are out there, what you can kind of build, like I said, if you go, you can actually get our funnel fast track, which is a PDF guide that breaks down 18 different funnels for you. Now, in the future, what we are really looking forward to doing is actually having people come on. I'm going to take a look at their funnels. We're going to take a look at their web pages. We're going to take a look at all of that and really break those things down and give feedback, give recommendations, and really help craft and mold your funnel more to help it to really, excuse me, to help you have better conversions, and really just get more customers and clients at the end of the day. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, like I said, whenever you grab our funnel fast track, you'll actually have an opportunity to submit your funnel for us to take a look at and break down and give you feedback in making it better. So like I said, that's pretty much what I have for you in this live when it comes to what an appointment funnel is, the few different variations of an appointment funnel. Like I said, we do have the appointment funnel also inside the funnel fast track. I believe it's the consultation funnel is what we have it labeled as, but it's the exact same kind of thing. Yeah, so definitely take a look at it. Like I said, go back if you need to, watch this video again, really look at how we've kind of broken down some things, look at some of the recommendations in there. And like I said, the biggest thing when it comes to your appointment funnel, your booking funnel, your consultation funnel, whatever you want to call it, is really going to be your clarity. So how clear you are in exactly what's going to happen and the benefits that your client is going to get, and then consistently giving them more clarity as time goes on through your email sequence. So, like I said, that's pretty much what I have for you. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video and next Thursday on our next Fix My Funnel Live.